And I'm like, if I have a stitch, I'm not finishing it. Like...
I need to remember all this and write it down when I get...
Write it all down.
Can we have the recording sent to Leanne quickly so that she can get on
She wants all these ideas. I tend to eat like a banana or something like that, like just before. Yeah, a bit of potassium. Like, still carried on the party.
Love it.
Yeah.
Still cutting shapes. The last mile.
They were. People didn't want to leave.
Welcome to our next instalment of our mini-series. This one is going to be focusing on engaging the community and the heart of our fundraising events. You are listening to Don't Say the Word, Eleanor's fabulous podcast. And today I am joined by Lianne Lloyd. Lianne Lloyd, let me say that again, who is a Senior Events Fundraising Officer at Ellenor, and you are responsible for organising community events where supporters can sign up to participate.
Yes, I am.
Interested to hear more about that. And the lovely Harry Sutton.
Hello.
Have I said that right?
Close.
Go on, say it. Try again.
Soughton.
Soughton.
Right.
We have to pronounce this stuff correctly. Harry Soughton.
Lovely. I answer to most things. It's all good.
I've been called worse. No, Harry is a very enthusiastic and energetic supporter. In your 20s.
I am. Nearly 30.
Nearly 30.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Oh, getting old now. Who has participated in Eleanor's community events. Probably a lot of community events.
I've taken part in a few now. Yeah, it's
Love
been
it.
really fun.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Harry was the face of our Twilight Walk, wasn't he,
He
as
was.
well?
I think your face.
I like to brag.
all round Gravesend on the posters.
I know, my face was everywhere.
It was. Oh, I love it. Listen, welcome to both of you, and thank you for taking the time out of your very busy diaries to come and join us on this episode. So today, we're going to be diving into the world of Eleanor's community events, obviously with two very different perspectives, someone that attends and someone that manages it all. So Lianne, who's relatively new to her role, is going to take us behind the scenes of what it's like to actually organise these vital fundraisers. Oh, I'm interested to hear. And obviously, Harry, very enthusiastic supporter. You're going to share how it feels to step into the spotlight. As we mentioned, your face is all over Gravesend and Tartford, and just to get involved. So we're going to explore what drives both of you to really dedicate your time to such an important cause, and why, without people like you, we couldn't continue to do the essential work that we do to support those with life-limiting conditions. Should we just get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's get into it. Right, so Lianne, organising events to raise money for people with life-limiting conditions, I mean, it's not a small task.
No.
What drew you to this role? What enticed you into, maybe Eleanor particularly?
So I actually worked for Eleanor. I started for Eleanor in 2003.
Did you?
And it was because, my mum used to be a foster carer. And she had in fact it was two, we had two in the end, children that were looked after by Eleanor. So that's how I kind of got to hear about Eleanor. We had a connection there. And the nurse that looked after one of the children, she introduced, we wanted to do some fundraising. She introduced me to the fundraising team. And it kind of went from there, really. There was a role that come up and I thought, you know what, I really fancy having a go. It's doing something positive as well. Yeah. So I started in 2004. I started, and I was here for 10 years, and then I left. I went on maternity leave, had my children, and then I came back. So I've been back 2 years.
We've enticed you back.
Yes, so I've come back.
Something right, yeah.
But I have done events I love the event side of it. I've done community fundraising, but I love the event side of it. And I've been back for the last 2 years, and I love it. So making a real difference to people as well. It's, I think, seeing the families, interacting with families, and seeing what we do makes such an impact.
And obviously a lot of our events are fun.
Yeah.
That, we want to promote fun and vibrancy and joy in the community, and we'll chat in a minute about Twilight Walk, because obviously you were there this year. Hopefully you were there. You was all the posters.
I was there.
Yeah, he was there. Definitely was.
All the photos to prove it.
You were there. But how do you balance in your role then? Obviously, it's quite a sensitive subject. We are a hospice. We do deal with death and dying.
Yeah.
Versus the more fun side. It must be quite a balance to try and find with the events that you run.
It is, yeah. And I think storytelling is a great way to do that, and reminding people of why they're doing it. Obviously, yes, we need to create a fun event, because people probably wouldn't come if we need to give them a great experience.
Yes.
But also reminding them that why they're doing it, like the stories behind it is so important. I think for us to have them what we can share with people that are taking part. And I think that really motivates people to want to do more as well. So I think that's a real key part of what we do. And I think it's great to get feedback as well from people when we do these things, like to hear from what people want to see, and so that we know that we're providing people with a good balanced round of things that they want to get involved in.
Yeah, of course, definitely. And obviously for you, Harry, you mentioned there's been a lot of events and things that you've been part of. What drew you to Eleanor?
So it's quite a personal story, really. So last summer, we actually lost my granddad, and Eleanor was so supportive and so lovely, and they actually supported him in his last few weeks with us. And as a family, we wanted to do something and give something back to Eleanor. And that's how we basically started getting involved in all these events. So as a family, and it was quite nice because it brought the family quite close together. Yeah. And it was something for us all to do as a family in his honour, and his memory. So
and it's like I suppose a common cause, isn't it? It's a personal tie.
Absolutely.
Are you local?
I am local, yeah.
Okay.
Gravesend Braes.
Okay.
So
Born and bred.
Born and bred.
Gravesend, born and bred. I love it. And obviously Twilight Walk has, well, at the point we're recording this, it's happened a week ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
A week tomorrow.
A week tomorrow.
Yeah, a week tomorrow.
The team is still recovering from all the planning. Nervous system.
You guys have done such an amazing job, by the way.
We were talking about next year, wasn't we?
We was already.
We're already planning for next year.
Already planning.
Yeah,
and you were like the face of the campaign, Harry. You was everywhere.
It was very surreal.
I walked through town and I think I'll just pop to B&M. Oh, there's Harry again. There he is. Yeah.
Honestly, my friends and colleagues, they were like, Harry, we can't go anywhere without seeing your face. I had people messaging me in like Green Eye going, you're up near Blue Water now. And I was like, oh no.
You should have copyrighted that.
I know. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to start charging per photo. Like.
You was in the cinema as well,
I was in the cinema.
Was you?
Yeah, I was sitting there waiting for a film to come on, and then it just pops up. I was like, here we go. Even I was like, oh, here we go again. Like, but it was so much fun, and it was an honour to be asked. So it was really sweet.
I bet. So for something like Twilight, I mean, it must be. Is it like a logistical nightmare? Because I mean, are we shutting roads?
Yes.
That's a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, we did. So this was the first year that we did road closures, and we had a company that managed that, and they were fantastic.
Oh, good.
So
okay.
yeah, really, really great. I mean, for me to do that on my own, but as with the team, it's a lot of work, a lot of work, and volunteers as well, like trying to get the people. And I think from what you said on the route, they did get a little bit of stick, but from people trying to get through the road closures. But it was fine. It was. I mean, it was
for a good cause.
Yeah,
all for
absolutely.
Great cause,
yeah,
absolutely.
and it was brilliant.
I think it worked well as well because people were all like. Last year, I know the paths were quite narrow, some of them. So now that the roads were open, it was quite nice seeing everybody walk up together, like as a big group.
Yeah.
You just saw like a sea of orange,
beautiful,
like walking along the road, which is amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot in the planning, I suppose. There's a lot to think about. I mean, this is why I don't do events, because I wouldn't know where to start. Like, I can literally just about, maybe invite my mum around for dinner. Yeah. Like that's an event for me. Done.
Yeah.
But like, all of the stuff, like it was T-shirts, it was collecting all the funds, obviously, like glowy bits and bobs.
Yeah.
And so the team, I suppose, would just club together and everyone would just do the necessary to get it done.
We all had our bits that we kind of look at, like certain areas that we do, and it's just, like you say, a case of just getting it done, really. We just have to work together, and I mean, Twilight Walk is a massive team effort. I can't take credit for it myself, because it's not just me, it's the whole team that get involved in it, and not just the fundraising team as well. We have people from all different teams across Eleanor that will come and help and support us on the night. So it's
Can I just say, the whole staff, they were so enthusiastic and they were proper bringing that vibe. Like, because when you get a bit tired after you're walking, they're like, come on guys, you're nearly there, keep going. And like, they were dancing, they were cheering us on. So the team were brilliant.
And from your perspective, Harry, obviously as someone attending an event like that, is it important to keep it as fun as possible?
For sure. I feel like there's got to be that fun element, and I think there is, with like, everyone looks forward to it every year because you can dress up, you can have like your glow sticks, you can have your ear boppers. And it's quite a nice event to bring people together for such a fantastic cause. So, and it is fun. I mean, we had like a disco when we turned up, didn't we? So they brought the vibe. So it was amazing.
Bit of dancing before you start.
Everyone thought we was like at a nightclub. It was such a vibe. It really was.
I love that. And obviously we spoke about Twilight Walk. What else we got coming up? Like, is there anything else that we got in the pipeline coming up?
Lots of things. So we're working.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yourself.
How long have we got?
Yeah.
No.
How long is this podcast for?
So we're kind of straight into Christmas, really. I know Christmas in September is
No, but you're right.
we are planning for our Christmas events. So we've got some lots of exciting things coming up. Santa's Grotto. We're doing a carol concert this year at St George's Church. So that'll be fun. Yeah, lots of different things. And then obviously looking forward to next year, we've already started Twilight Walk planning, walkathon, all them kind of things are all start now, really, for next year.
Exciting,
Big list of stuff. And how important are these sorts of events to our community, you think?
Really important. I think it's obviously we have a lot of money that we need to raise, and we can't do it without the help of our community.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to do it. So I think it's really important to let people know how they're helping us, creating a fun event for somebody to come along to, but also, like I was saying, storytelling, telling people how they're helping us, and also letting people know, like we were talking earlier on about how much Twilight Walks raise, and I think communicating that to people and explaining how that is helping our people that we care for as well.
What do we raise out of interest?
At the moment, we are still counting.
Oh.
Money tends to come in for a good month after Twilight Walk as well, usually.
Okay.
But we're on about just over 83 at the moment. So
83,000.
83,000.
Not 83
No,
pounds.
83,000.
83,000.
Yeah,
that's
which is
huge.
amazing.
That's incredible,
Yeah,
isn't
absolutely
it?
amazing.
Oh my
But that is only
goodness.
the support of the community that we can do that.
We can
so
only do it with that.
it's,
Oh, wow.
it's
That's
amazing.
incredible.
Really, really pleased.
Well, I mean,
So,
and obviously, to yourself, Harry, to
Yeah.
everyone that attended
Yeah.
Twilight, thank you.
Yes.
Because
Thank you.
that equates to a big
For
Absolutely.
sure.
chunk
Absolutely.
of service,
Yeah.
supporting families.
Yeah.
It's everything that we do. We let's face it, money makes the world go round. We do need it, of course, but it's a massive part of. We're largely hugely charitably funded.
Yeah.
We're a charity. We get actually a very small percentage of money, if you like, from sort of government, local government sort
Yeah.
of thing, as do any hospice. So this is so key for us to be able to have communities willing to show up
Yeah.
and fundraise on our behalf.
And it's tough as well, I think, out there for people now. Like, it is tough. The environment's tough,
difficult.
and
right.
Yeah.
You're right.
it's we're so grateful for people coming and supporting still in times that are quite tough now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And it is, like I say, penny pinching for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Absolutely.
83,000 and still counting.
It's amazing.
Incredible.
Is
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
huge, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Harry, from your point of view,
Yes.
if you were like, say that we appointed you right now,
Okay.
head of events,
Love that.
right? We'll get you a
I want to
badge.
know some
Okay,
ideas.
I want
Come
a
on,
name
Harry.
tag. Can I get a name
This
tag?
is my question. What would you do? Like, tell me about like an event that would draw you in and be able to get
so
involved
I
with.
love going to events, like with friends, family. It's what you look forward to, isn't it? Like, it's something fun, like at the
Yeah.
end of the working week.
Yeah.
So I've got loads of ideas. It's a bit.
Come on, we want to hear them.
Yeah,
Throw us
like if you're doing, you got to go all out, haven't you? You've got to go big. So I would have like an extravaganza. Like, it would be like
Love
I've got
this.
different ones. I don't know if they would work, but
We'll
give it a go.
Yeah.
I would.
Leanne, get your notepad out.
Yeah.
Get your pen ready.
Come on, give me a pen.
So I would love because I'm really into fashion and stuff. So I'd love almost like a fashion show. Yeah, like a
wow.
runway sort of thing. Like,
Right,
don't know how it
okay.
would work, but we can get to
Wow.
that.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to hear more.
There we
Yeah,
go.
like
Good
I
idea.
think I just love all of that. Anything that involves dancing as well, like a bit of a
Amazing.
dance,
Dance-a-thon.
dance-a-thon, sing-a-thon, karaoke.
Now we're going for
Yeah,
it. Let's
love
have
all
it.
of that.
I love
and I
it.
know at the minute, like a lot of like the brunches are quite in at the minute, like the themed brunches.
Yeah.
So people love a
Yeah.
brunch.
Eleanor
so
brunch.
Yeah.
stay
See that.
tuned.
But
I need to
always-
remember all this and write it down when I
Write it
get.
all down, write it all
Can we have the
down.
recording sent to Lianne quickly so that she can get on
She
it?
wants all these ideas.
I do.
But I think the quizzes and all of that, people love all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff, don't they? Like a
Yeah.
quiz and
Yeah.
fundraising evenings. So even like a ball, you can have like
Now
a...
watch this space.
I'm going a bit too far, but I mean like festival
Oh.
vibes, like live
I'd love to see a
entertainment.
festival.
Yeah, like a big
Yeah.
festival. Like
Yeah.
you get like a few like aerobic stuff going on.
So the
acrobats.
ideas are endless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
endless.
we're all up for it. We
Yeah.
need almost like a community engagement group.
Yes.
There you
Just
go.
chuck ideas.
Yeah,
Chuck
give us
ideas
ideas.
in.
What do
Yeah.
you want?
That's how it all starts.
Yeah,
There you go.
it is, definitely.
I love that. I absolutely love this, I tell you. But the thing is as well, I think there's a balance between if you do too many
Yeah.
and people
Yes.
then think, oh, I don't want to go to another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Whereas
true.
like, are we better to do like maybe 3 or 4 big
ones.
events
Yes.
where
Yeah.
people do show up to, because I haven't been to another event
Yeah.
for 3 months or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. So it's probably quite a difficult balance. I mean, how do you strike
Absolutely.
the balance between too much and not enough?
Do you know what? We were talking about this morning,
Was
actually.
you?
Because we're
Oh.
looking at what we're doing, like, to put into the programme next year. And I think you're right, looking at what we do and making sure we're not repeating or doing things that are too similar too often, because
Yeah.
people, one, can't afford to keep coming back and doing the same. They don't want to do the same
Yeah, of
things.
course.
So and it's speaking with people and trying to gauge what they would like to see, and again, looking at our calendar, like it's full, and it's trying to pick the best times. Summer holidays tend to not go there at all because it's so busy. Like, people have holidays, so
Yeah,
picking the right
yeah,
times of year
it's
as
true.
well. And again, Christmas is a busy time for people, so trying to make sure we're not putting in too much stuff that goes with people's busy lives as well, that you're adding in lots more that they feel they can't attend it all. So
And I think we're really lucky, aren't we? Because it's not just about like we run our events, but actually we have a lot of people in the community who run events
do-
for us.
yeah, definitely.
So like they do the quizzes or
Yep.
run the marathons or do
Yeah,
go to our
nice.
shops and spend their money, like whatever it might be. It's almost like they're the event manager, which frees us up also to
Yes.
do our own
Of
events.
course,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And that's really important, to have people in the community
is.
willing
Or
to
getting
wave
involved.
the flag, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Definitely.
totally.
Take ownership of it.
100%.
So it's like my event, I'll run this bake sale or I'll
Yes.
do this
Yeah,
raffle.
nice.
Because then it does free you up to
It
do
does,
some of the, say, bigger
absolutely.
events,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
nice.
yeah.
What would you say, Harry, to encourage people to support Eleanor, and if they did want to get involved in, anything, whether it was a very small event to, get involved in maybe helping with a massive event, why is it important?
I'd say it's definitely important, like, because you're making such a change. Like, you might not realise by going to these events, by buying a ticket or going to spend some money there or getting a raffle ticket, it all helps
It all
out.
helps,
It
you're
really
right.
does, and it's for a fantastic cause. And even you showing up and taking part and representing, it goes a long way spreading that awareness as well of the charity.
Very true.
So,
Very
yeah,
true.
I'd say definitely get involved, 100%.
So if people are in the community and they're a little bit nervous about maybe signing up to something, or, I mean, let's face it, right? We say this in a lot of the podcasts. There's a bit of a stigma attached to hospice care,
Yeah.
deaf and dying. There's a lot of, things that people don't want to talk about. What advice, I suppose, we'll start with Lianne, would you give to people who did want to help, did want to be involved, but it was almost like, I don't want to see deaf and dying. I don't almost like this stigma was perhaps keeping them away a little bit
Just get in
nervous?
touch with us, like come and have a chat with us, and hopefully we'd put their mind at ease for, I mean, we've got so many things that go on. If they didn't feel comfortable being in the hospice, then we've got things outside, like we obviously, our
course,
events
yeah.
generally aren't at the hospice. We've got them all over the place. So just come and talk to us, and we'll talk through any concerns
signpost
they've got,
them,
and
yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And
Okay.
if there's certain areas that they're not comfortable doing, that's fine. We always can find a job for somebody to do if they want to come and help.
Yeah, because predominantly we are volunteer based. Obviously, we
Absolutely.
have
Yes.
staff, but we could not do what we do without volunteers, which is why it's so important
It is.
for people to come and chat to us. You
Yeah.
know, let us show you how little or as big as you want the
Yeah,
task to be.
totally,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? You can
Yeah.
come and do it. And I suppose certainly from your point of view with the personal ties, Harry.
Yes.
Was that quite difficult at points? Obviously, given your recent bereavement.
Yeah, so before obviously the bereavement of my granddad, we obviously shopped at the charity shops, the Ellenor shops,
I see,
and stuff
okay.
like that. Even from like little, like we used to
Good.
love looking forward to going in and getting
Having
a
a rummage.
bargain, see what we could
My
find.
nana say, elbows out.
doesn't?
Yeah,
yeah,
she'd
come
be
on.
like, "Come on, get in there, dive in, see what you can grab." So we would support the Eleanor and the hospice before, but we didn't really get as involved as much as we do now. And I think it was part of the personal experience that we had, and as a family, as I said, we wanted to give something back because of all the amazing work that the team did.
Yeah.
And it was lovely to see. And yeah, we thought, do you know what, we wanna give back, and we want to take part in all of these events,
Yeah.
and we even started hosting our own events as a family as well.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
yeah, we've done like coffee mornings, quiz nights. We've got a jumble sale coming up. So
it could be anything, really.
it
Yeah,
could be anything.
absolutely.
Yeah, they want to do bingo, karaoke. So
Now you're talking.
Yeah,
Where can I sign up?
And it's quite nice because as I said, it brings the family together, but we're doing it for such a good cause as well.
That's very true,
So,
isn't it? Oh, I love
yeah,
that.
and it's quite nice raising that awareness because a lot of my friends I know didn't know really what Eleanor did until I started doing the walks and putting it on my social media and
see.
spreading that awareness. And then
Okay.
they were like, how can we get involved? Like, how can we take part and do something? So
That's great, isn't it? So you almost like set the trend.
yeah, and it's
People
spreading
ask
that word,
questions.
100%.
I love that.
And it's nice to see as
Great.
well, like, for example, the Twilight Walk, it's just getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah.
Like, more
That's
and more
good,
people
isn't
are
it?
signing
Exciting.
No
up.
pressure for next year.
Yeah,
Leanne.
it's amazing.
No pressure.
Yeah,
No,
good
that's
luck.
great. And like you say, I think the personal ties are just, it gets you, I suppose, through the doors. I don't even say through the doors, but like it builds the awareness of Eleanor, certainly.
For sure.
And I feel certainly from my family's point of view, have been supported, our family have been supported by Eleanor for a long time. Once you got that tie,
Yeah.
it doesn't go anywhere.
It
No.
doesn't, you're so right.
It doesn't go anywhere. It's like
doesn't,
you
no.
continue year after year after year to support, to fundraise, to do these things. And whether it's big or little, like you say,
Yeah.
whether I'm buying a 50p scarf in a charity shop or whether I'm raising £50,000,
It all
Yeah.
helps.
it all helps and it all
Absolutely.
matters.
Yeah.
And it's
Definitely.
the contributing back, isn't it?
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely.
Oh, I love it. Well, do you know what? I'm going to quickly move on to. They didn't know this was happening, so
Here we
a
go.
few little unexpected quiz questions before we finish the podcast. So, Lianne, what's the funniest thing that has happened to you in your role so far? And this, I suppose, includes your entire time with Eleanor. Like, what's the most random
Oh my
or funny
gosh.
thing that's happened if you've been
Oh, go on, Lianne.
like out in a community event, or we've had some random responses on this podcast.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
no pressure.
I don't know.
She's on the spot there. She's
Hang
thinking,
on.
haven't got an
I need to
answer.
think about that. I've done so many different things.
Do you want to have a think?
Yeah.
Or like,
Can I have a think about that one? And
Hold that
We'll
thought.
come back to
We'll
her.
come back to it. Have a think about that one. Harry, when you do like all of these like Twilight events or stuff like that,
Yes.
what's your go-to snack or treat that you bring?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, see, for me, I don't like to eat a heavy meal before because I'm like, I
Nice,
don't want
yeah,
to get a
don't wanna
stitch
be
or
sluggish,
something.
yeah.
No. And I'm like, if I have a stitch, I'm not finishing it. Like, I'll get an Uber.
did you have
I'll
a
be like,
donut
"Pick
at
me
Twilight
up."
Walk the other day?
I did. Now that helped. A bit of sugar.
A bit of
I can't
sugar.
lie, a bit of sugar does help because you're feeling a bit tired. You want a little pick me up. So
Yeah,
yeah, a
good.
little sugary treat.
Okay, so
but
nothing
I
too
tend to
heavy.
eat like a banana or something like that,
Okay,
like just
bit of
before. Yeah, a bit of potassium. So
Get you going.
yeah, it gets me going.
Love it. There, you heard it here first. Like light snacks.
Exclusive.
Don't be bogged down.
That's
Don't eat
it.
a roast dinner.
Just have a
before you come
banana
into
or a bit of
Twilight.
fruit. Like, it does the trick.
I like that. Keep you going. Thought of an answer
I
yet?
think
Oh,
probably,
okay.
Here we go.
Go on.
probably been made to dress up as Ellie when not my time since I've been back. I've not done it this time,
So
but
Ellie
when I
is Eleanor's elephant mascot.
mascot,
Mascot,
yeah.
yes.
You will see it at a lot of our
Yes.
events. So okay, so you had
Yeah,
to be
so
Ellie,
I did.
you?
I was Ellie for.
Bit hot and sweaty in there.
It was a bit.
Height of summer. Who put me in this?
Yes, yeah.
Nice. Okay, another question for you. What's your go-to song to get people pumped up, like ready for, say, Twilight Walk?
Let's make it a night to remember.
Oh,
Twilight
that's a
Walk.
good
That is our
one.
theme
Yes.
for Twilight Walk.
There
So
we go.
we
It's
a
always,
vibe.
I always
I like
look
that.
out to hearing,
a
look forward to
classic.
hearing
That's
that.
a good one, isn't
They had
it?
some great
Yeah.
tunes as well, didn't they, last
It
week?
did.
It
Felt
was
like
fantastic.
Honestly, it felt
So
it
you
was
had a
such a
DJ?
vibe.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did. He's amazing, our DJ. So
Wow.
yeah, played some
Incredible.
brilliant tunes.
And it's like, I think, like energy-wise, you've got to get everyone
Yeah,
ready.
gets
haven't you?
everybody into the
yeah, the
vibe.
start line ready to go.
For
I love
sure.
that.
It's
That's
great.
a good
Even
sort
at
of
the end as well, wasn't
Yes,
it? Like,
yeah.
it still carried on the
Yeah.
party.
love it.
Yeah.
Still cutting shapes. The last
Yeah.
mile.
they were. People didn't want to
Gotta
leave,
be
which
done.
is
That's
amazing.
so good. Maybe we'll have an after party next
I
year.
think so.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Sell tickets. You heard it
Gotta
here
be
first.
done.
What about you? What's your like go-to pumped up sort of song?
See, I love anything really like poppy,
Nice.
like garage. Yeah,
Oh,
I
bit of
love all a bit
garage.
of garage, bit of old school
Bit of
90s. Love all of that.
We would
But do you
have
know
the
what?
best
Do
night
you know
out,
the
Harry, I'll
song
tell
that
you, we'd
does
be-
get, Show Me Love? That
You
is-
got to
yeah.
show me. I
'Cause
love
when that
it.
beat drops at the start, you know, you're like, yeah, here we go. It's gonna
We
be a
need,
good
we need to
night.
go clubbing, Harry.
We got
This
to be
has
done.
to happen. Like, literally.
Such a dancer. I love it.
This is going to happen, okay? We're going to go
It's
out.
happening.
Yeah, doing it. Okay, Harry, imagine that you are hosting the ultimate Eleanor charity event,
Okay.
but with a twist.
Oh.
You get to make a grand entrance.
Oh.
How would you do it? Like, are we talking like disco balls, glitter cannons, sequin? Like, what's your grand entrance?
It's got to be like a bit of sequins, got to be
Nice,
done. I feel like
nice.
it'd have to be like a reveal, like I'd be in something
yes.
or do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's got to be like, if you're gonna
I
do
see
it,
it.
yeah,
Like, do it well.
It's got to be like, I don't know what I'd be in, but and you just like burst out of something or. Yeah. Or like,
Do you
know
fancy
what?
doing that
Do
at
you
the
know what'd be
Twilight
quite
next
cool? Like,
year?
loads of flowers. Like if you're on stage, like loads of flowers just come down and you appear. Like I've seen someone
have you
do
in
that.
a-
I think it might have been
in
Adele.
stars and-
and she
yeah.
like disappeared and the flowers come down.
Okay.
Yeah. It's iconic.
You know, we have got a budget. We can't go
Oh, yeah?
dessert. Yeah.
Let's stick to the budget.
We've only got 50 quid.
Or even getting like, do you know, like when like they go wet extra and they get carried in, like on something.
On like a
yeah.
big seat and
We
you
could all
can-
come in on it.
How about one of those things like they do at the where you go in the cannon and they shoot you out of it into
Oh,
a big
I
net?
need a helmet or something.
Health and
Carl.
safety double
Yeah.
What's it like where you just like go down a cliff edge on this
Oh
like
my
what's the thing where you
gosh.
just fly through the air? Oh, but,
Oh,
you know, it
yeah.
could go anywhere with this.
Just got to
really,
protect
but-
the teeth. Like,
Yeah,
don't want the
okay.
teeth falling
Don't
out.
want the teeth
no.
falling out. Health and safety comes first.
Health and safety.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's it. We're on it, Harry.
Yeah.
So we're already thinking about
That's
next
it, guys.
year.
Get planning. Come on.
Our risk assessment's going to be
It's
like
going to be so long, isn't it? Like,
We can't run the event. We got
No,
a risk
you
assessment
can't.
that's too
Cancel
long. I love that. Always want a grand entrance.
Gotta be done.
Right, noted.
Noted. Take
Make
note.
a note of that for next year.
noted for next year.
So, if there is anything, any message that you want to give, Lianne, to our supporters, anyone who turned up or didn't turn up, who contributed to Twilight, what would you say?
A massive thank you to everybody. We couldn't do it without you. So we really appreciate everything from our volunteers to our participants, everybody that gets involved. We really appreciate it. And we couldn't, like I say, couldn't do it without you. So thank you.
And not just Twilight, any event
event,
that you
all
have
of our
run
events that we
across
do.
the year,
Yeah.
whenever you've done it, whether it's 10 years ago, 10
Yeah.
days ago, whatever,
Yeah.
it all really, really
It
helps.
does.
So
It
thank
does,
you.
It really does.
Thank
And
you.
Harry, what would
Sorry,
you...
guys, you do a nice countryside walk as well.
We do.
I've done it in May. It's lovely.
Well, it's not countryside next year. It's a different route.
Oh, it's changing.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
exclusive.
So we did the
Upping our game.
Riverside 2 years ago.
Oh.
Last year was the countryside, and next year will be something different. So watch this
That's
space.
exciting.
This space. There's a lot of secrets being
It is. It's all going on.
And what about you, Harry, from your perspective? If you had like a bit of a call out to anyone who's, you know, sitting on the fence thinking whether it's Twilight Walk or
For
doing
sure,
something for
yeah.
us, what's your message to them?
I would say definitely get involved. Like, even if you go on the website, just have a look what Eleanor do,
Mm-hmm.
see the amazing work that's been going on behind the scenes, and then just get involved. Like, if you enjoy walking or you enjoy a quiz night or you just want to take part, like, it's a great night, fun for the family, friends, and yeah, you're doing it for such a fantastic cause. So it's definitely worth doing.
That's great. And we welcome everyone.
Everyone's
Yeah,
welcome.
everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Any shape, any size.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody is welcome at
Yeah,
Eleanor.
they
I love
are.
that.
Love it.
And obviously, Harry will be in touch about his fashion show.
I
Yes,
will.
Because he's
I will.
committed to it now.
We're
so-
looking,
Don't worry,
we're looking
we'll
for some
hold you to that.
judges.
And some models. That's
Yeah.
what we need as well. We need some models. We can't be modelling everything. No, that'd be great. Thank you so much. Appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's been it for our mini series. Hope to chat to you soon.